All right, I want to show you 5 different Hebrew Bibles that show us that God that created man calls himself we or us. In other words, let us make man in our image. And the Hebrew word for our is actually in the text. It's not from some translation. Let me show you. All these proofs. All right, what we're trying to do today is just show you that the word our is in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. When God says, let us make man in our image, he's making man, God is making man in our image. In other words, it's plural. And we believe in one God, but the Bible also teaches that God is plural. And if you go to the Blue Letter Bible right up here, blueletterbible.com, type in Genesis 1:26. You can see it in Hebrew right here. You can see it in the Hebrew right here. This is all the Hebrew words. Now I'm going to compare this to the Hebrew text that I have. I've got 5 Hebrew Bibles. We're going to look at all of them to see if that word for we or our is really there. Because is somebody adding it? Is it added to the King James, or is it added? Is somebody sneaking that word in? And what does it really mean? So here we go. Let's take a look at that. Scroll down to what the Blue Letter Bible says. And here you see it says the phrase in our image, and these are the letters, Hebrew letters, that make up in our image. Now where is our at? Our is going to be these last 2 little letters right here. And that's the word for our or us or we. Now, it's connected to these other Hebrew letters because it's in our image. Okay, so it's there in the Blue Letter Bible. Now, is it in the King James Bible? Let's take a look. Over here in the King James Bible, you'll see actually, let us is actually added, but it's added because it makes sense. Now, here we go with the word our though. See these 2 little letters? That's the word for our. You can actually pronounce it right here. Let's pronounce it.
Anahnu.
Anachnu. Okay, that's it right there. The word our is right here, and then image is right here. Okay, so I don't know how that's pronouncing that. Let's just move on. But what I'm trying to show you is that word 2 letters for our is in the King James. It's in the Blue Letter Bible. Now let's take a look and see how many Hebrew Bibles it's in. I got the Biblia. This might actually be a Spanish Bible. I'm not exactly sure. Let's start with this one right here. Let's look for those 2 little letters. In verse 26, it goes backwards. Here it is. Let us make man in our image. Here's our image, as you can see right here. Here's those 2 little letters on the end of that word, our. And now this is a completely different Hebrew Bible. Let's see which Hebrew Bible this is. Biblia Hebranica. Okay, I can't pronounce it, but let's go to the Lexham English Bible. Let's click on that, and you'll see the 2 letters for our here in this Hebrew Bible. Let's go to this one, BHS. Now the BHS is that the same as this one? It's a little bit different than this one. I don't know why, but here's the 2 letters. Now in the Hebrew, you'll see different translations. So they have arranged these Hebrew words a little differently, just like we have in our English Bibles. Isn't that interesting? Like, it's not just one Hebrew version. So all the Hebrew versions that I'm finding, just like all the English versions that I'm finding, have that same word for our in it. All right, now let's go to the Lexham Hebrew Bible here. Here it is. There's the 2 little letters that stand for our. Here's another Lexham Bible. There it is right here on the end, right here. It's right on the end. It connects the words together, in our image, right? In our image, or in image we. See, we, our. That's the little word, 2 letters right there on the end right there. So, you know, if you go over here to some of the other Bibles, you can still see it. For instance, right over here, here's a Hebrew. The Hebrew Bible. The Hebrew Bible. And it's right here. These 2 little letters are sitting right here. I mean, to say that it was added to the King James Bible and it's not supposed to be there, you can clearly see it is in many different kinds of Hebrew text. So I just wanted to point that out and let everybody know that, listen, God is mysterious, and he presents himself as our as well as the singular, and this is a reality that Christ came into the world to show us, and we have to be careful denying that. We don't want to deny Jesus coming in the flesh here on earth, God on earth, but we don't want to deny Jesus as being eternal with the Father either. So there's like two different ways you could deny Jesus. And we have to be careful because the Bible says, he who denies the Father and Son are of the Antichrist spirit. All right, so 1 John 2:22, I think that's where it is. He is an Antichrist who denies the Father and Son. So if you believe that Jesus is God on the earth and he's God in the flesh, that's good. You're not denying him coming into the world like that. But there's people that are denying that he existed before he came into the world. So that's another form of denying the Father and Son. To me, it's just going the other way. Okay? Yes, God on earth, he's God on earth, he came in, but the Father and Son didn't exist before he came into the body. See, that's a different kind of denial. You guys understand what I'm saying? It's a different kind of denial. So to say you're not denying the Father and Son because you believe he came in space and time and at one point he was created in a human body, basically what that's doing is cutting off the eternal past of the Son of God and saying he only has an eternal future. So if you say, I believe in the eternal oneness of God, the Son and the Father, and I believe that they're one God together eternally forward, but not backwards, I mean, what good is that going to do anybody? I mean, you can't deny the past. Anyway, I hope this helps. God bless you guys. The Hebrew Bible, there's many Hebrew Bibles that have the word we or our in it. I'm going to show you that. I just showed you that. And I hope that you understand that it has not been added. It is a true doctrine, and Christ pronounced it when he came into the world, that him and the Father are one. And that does not just mean since he came into the world that the Son of God was created at some point. He always existed with the Father in the past. God bless you guys. I love you. Peace.